Canada's defense investment surge, a historic opportunity for industry today. I was going through the press conference our so intelligent Prime Minister Mr. Mark Carney on making Canada self-reliant for Canada's all type of security, land, skies and seas, including cyber security. I was very impressed and hence this series of videos on defense production. Canada has entered a defining moment in its defense and industrial history. The Prime Minister has publicly announced that Canada will increase defense investment by approximately $80 billion over the next 5 years. This is not a routine budget adjustment. It is a structural shift in how Canada views security, sovereignty, and industrial capacity. In addition to this near-term commitment, the government has outlined defense procurement opportunities of roughly $180 billion over the coming decade. When combined with infrastructure modernization, research funding, and industrial participation, the scale becomes transformational. For Canadian defense manufacturers, aerospace engineers, shipbuilders, electronics firms, and advanced material companies, this represents a historic expansion cycle. This is not merely military spending, it is industrial policy linked with national security. Why this investment is happening now? The global security environment has changed. Supply chains have been disrupted in recent years. Nations have realized that dependence on external suppliers for critical defense equipment creates strategic vulnerability. Canada has traditionally relied heavily on allied suppliers, particularly from the United States and Europe, for major platforms and systems. While alliances remain strong, the lesson of recent years is clear: a country must possess domestic capacity in critical sectors. The new defense spending plan reflects three goals: strengthen military capability, modernize equipment and infrastructure, expand domestic industrial capacity. This is about readiness and resilience. The scale of the opportunity, $80 billion over 5 years, means billions flowing annually into procurement, modernization, and readiness programs. Over a 10-year horizon, $180 billion in procurement opportunities open space for Canadian companies to participate in aircraft systems, shipbuilding, cyber capability, communications networks, space systems, drones, advanced sensors, and logistics support. For manufacturers, this means contracts. For engineers, it means employment. For small businesses, it means integration into high-value supply chains. For young Canadians, it means career pathways in advanced technology. Defense spending at this scale stimulates secondary industries, including precision machining, advanced composites, electronics manufacturing, software development, artificial intelligence applications, testing facilities, and maintenance services. Strategic vision behind the plan: the new direction signals a shift from pure equipment purchasing to industrial participation. Instead of simply importing complete systems, Canada intends to build more capability at home. This includes domestic production, assembly, component manufacturing, research and development, and life cycle maintenance. This approach strengthens sovereignty in three ways: operational sovereignty through domestic production, economic sovereignty through job creation, technological sovereignty through innovation. Defense industry as economic engine, Canada's aerospace and defense sector already employs hundreds of thousands of people directly and indirectly. With expanded investment, this number can grow significantly. Defense manufacturing supports high-skill employment in engineering, metallurgy, electronics, propulsion systems, robotics, and digital systems integration. Unlike many industries, defense production demands strict quality standards and long-term contracts that create stability. When a company becomes part of a defense supply chain, it often sustains work for decades through upgrades and maintenance. This $80 billion expansion is therefore not temporary stimulus, it is structural growth. Encouragement for Canadian manufacturers. For those already in aerospace, marine systems, electronics, or advanced manufacturing, this is the moment to scale. Companies should focus on obtaining aerospace quality certifications, investing in precision manufacturing capability, expanding research and development capacity, partnering with prime contractors, developing export readiness. Small and medium enterprises can position themselves as Tier 2 and Tier 3 suppliers. Many major defense programs rely on hundreds of specialized component manufacturers. A single aircraft requires thousands of parts. A naval vessel integrates millions of components. A drone ecosystem requires sensors, batteries, communication systems, software, propulsion, and ground control units. Opportunity exists at every layer. Role of innovation and technology. Modern defense is technology driven. The upcoming spending cycle will likely prioritize unmanned systems, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence integration, secure communications, advanced materials, space-based systems. Summer Kovan, Canada has strong academic institutions and research clusters. The alignment of government funding with industrial research can create innovation corridors across provinces. Aerospace clusters in Quebec and Ontario, shipbuilding in Atlantic Canada, technology hubs in British Columbia, advanced manufacturing in Alberta and Manitoba. National effort requires regional participation. Employment impact with sustained defense investment. Employment could expand significantly across engineers, technicians, skilled trades, software developers, cyber specialists, logistics professionals, project managers. Defense manufacturing also strengthens vocational training systems because precision machining, welding, electronics assembly, and aircraft maintenance require certified skill development. This means colleges and technical institutes will play a major role. Global context. Many NATO countries are increasing defense spending to meet or exceed 2% of GDP targets. Canada's commitment aligns it more closely with alliance expectations while ensuring domestic economic benefit. By investing domestically, Canada strengthens its position within allied supply chains rather than remaining only a purchaser. This creates leverage, responsible industrial expansion. It is important to emphasize that this is not about militarization, it is about preparedness, sovereignty, and industrial capability. A strong defense industrial base acts as deterrence, it reduces vulnerability and ensures readiness. It also supports disaster response capability, Arctic sovereignty patrol, search and rescue operations, and humanitarian missions. Defense manufacturing strengthens civil resilience, long-term strategic impact. If executed properly, the $80 billion increase over 5 years can reposition Canada as a leading defense manufacturing partner within allied frameworks. The $180 billion procurement outlook provides predictability. Industry thrives on predictability. When companies know that long-term contracts are coming, they invest in facilities, workforce, and technology. This cycle can create a generation of advanced industrial growth. Message to Canadians. For citizens, this is not abstract policy. It means jobs. It means research funding. It means stronger infrastructure. It means higher skill employment. For young students, aerospace engineering, robotics, cybersecurity, and advanced manufacturing will become high demand fields. For entrepreneurs, this is a call to build. For investors, this signals long-term stability in defense-related sectors. Conclusion. Canada's decision to commit approximately $80 billion over the next 5 years to defense investment represents one of the largest strategic industrial shifts in recent history. Coupled with a projected $180 billion in procurement opportunities over a decade, this is more than spending, it is industrial transformation. If industry responds with innovation, certification, and capacity building, Canada can significantly strengthen both its defense readiness and its economic sovereignty. This moment requires coordination between government, industry, academia, and workforce development. Opportunity at this scale does not come frequently. The question is not whether funding exists, the question is whether Canadian industry is ready to rise to the occasion. My dear countrymen, go through these videos with your utmost attention and let us see what we can do to achieve the dreams of this man whom God has sent to make Canada great for all times to come.